So, welcome back. Now we're getting into the walkthrough of the cards of the lovely, memory card game Hugin Munin. And I will just start with the 9 words. So I just will show you the back of the cards. I hope my camera wants to focus here, because I found out that sometimes it focuses and sometimes not, like now. Could be possible that I have to switch on some more lights because it's getting quite dark now. I don't want to focus. I try to shift it so you can see the other side, but I see there is no sharpness to it. So I will just add a bit of more light, although it's not so cozy anymore. But you have to see what I will show you. Still doesn't want to focus. So come on, come on. Now you can see it. Now here you can see the first word, Asgard, where the gods are living, are dwelling. This is the home of Odin, our father. Yeah, as you can see, they're quite small cards, like, I guess, like normal memory cards, actually. So I will try. What? This just slips out of my finger. So here you can see the gorgeous backing. They are, like you can assume, quite thick for a. Come on, focus. They are quite thick for a card, for cards. So when you want to shuffle it, I guess that could be a bit problematic. So I guess this camera. Now I have a new camera and it still doesn't want to focus. So come on. Yeah, but you saw it already. Like I said, the cardstock is quite heavy, like normally memory card games are. So you have to come up with a different kind of. Now it's gonna get sharp. You have to come up with another shuffling technique. Maybe mishmash it on a table or so in a little container or something like that. But I like the style. This kind of art pencil style is quite lovely. So we have the first card. And now we come to Warnheim. Ah, this looks amazing. This kind of really high building here. Wouldn't imagine that there are so high buildings in Norse mythology. So this is Vanaheim, where the Vanen are living, and Njord is the ruler, like I said. He was taken hostage by the Asen, or by the Asen, and lives now in Asgard. Like I'm reading here. And it is also said here that the Vanen are called upon when it comes to having a good harvest, and so this is related to fertility. This is the word I was missing the video before. Fertility, Fruchtbarkeit. Yeah, sometimes you have to wait until the words are coming to you. So yeah, you see, really lovely, detailed, and I really like that. And now we come to Midgard. Midgard. So come on, focus. I really have to get the perfect point where my camera wants to focus, and not on the back. Come on, focus. I guess no. Yeah, I can read what I find here. Now it's focusing. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Of course, it's the physical realm, we all know. And it's said here that Odin sometimes wander this realm of Midgard cloaked, so nobody would recognize him. And he wears a big hat, which is partly covering one of his eyes, so nobody can see his missing eye, and recognize him as Odin, All Father. So this is also lovely. Yeah, now we're coming to the next one, so we try to make this a bit quicker here. This is Lichtalfheim, where the light elves are living, and the fertility god, now I'm knowing it, Freyr. And Freyr got Lichtalfheim as a present, as a gift from the Asen, from the Asen, from the gods. Camera, there it is. I guess maybe I found now the right position for it. Here. And it says also here, just one moment. Okay. Sometimes a bit difficult because I have to translate it into English at the same time. It is said, Freyr got Lichtalfheim or Alfheim as a present from the gods. And his father is actually, I mentioned before that, his father is Njord from Warnerheim, which came as hostage to the Asen at Asgard, and his son accompanied him there. Yeah, this looks really like the horned god, really like a fertility god. So I guess you can come up with your own, maybe some basics you have to know about that, and which I hopefully can provide you with this or these videos. Now we come to Svartalfheim. Swart. I guess Swart means black or schwarz. It's also in. Now it's gonna get good. Here, where the black elves are living. And they're living underneath. It's a bit like dwarves. They look more like dwarves to me, living in caves. And black elves are also living in caves and are quite skilled. And he has also said that the black elves are related to the dwarves. And they are quite skilled jewelry makers and all sorts of crafty stuff, and are wonderful goldsmiths, they also say here. And it said that that their ruler is called, oh god, Motsognir. Oh wow, these words are also quite difficult to pronounce in German. Yeah. Now we come to a really cozy place. Yeah, you all want to make your holidays there. Really. This is really warm and cozy. Yeah, this looks a bit like Mordor or so. This is Muspelheim. Muspelheim doesn't sound like this awful place here. It sounds a little bit cute, and Muspel, I don't know. I got some cute images in my head when I heard Muspelheim. Yeah. And the fire dwarfs are living there, and their ruler is called Zod. Yeah. Muspelheim is the world of fire. Okay, and it says it says that when the fires of Muspelheim came in contact with the ice of Niflheim, which I will show you after that, the start of the creation started, basically. All of life started when these two worlds were touching each other. I will show you the next card. I have to put here. This is the icy world of Niflheim. And this is what I mentioned. This really, really reminds me of drawings from J.R.R. Tolkien, because his style was, in terms of the colors of some of his, some of his works were quite the same. I just have an image in my mind. I don't know from which book it came. I don't know. It wasn't the Lord of the Rings, I guess. I don't know. It was the Lord of the Rings, or maybe also the letters for Father Christmas or so. I don't know. Which he also did for one or both his sons. I don't know. And this really reminds me of that. And it is said that this is the world of winter, of the never-ending ice and fog, and their ruler is a mighty dragon called Nidhogg. It is underneath, it even lies underneath the world of Helheim, underneath Hell, and is quite dark. But it is also said here we just don't forget that all life is coming from the rivers of Niflheim. So this is the source of life. And when those two were touching each other, life started. All creation started. This is lovely. It reminds me also a little bit of side ramble. I really love to listen to the podcasts of Christina Pratt. I don't know if you know her. She is a shamanic healer of the Last Mask Center in America. I don't know where exactly the center is. California? No, I may be mistaken it. But I really like to listen to her podcasts. And in every podcast at the beginning, she tells about the ancient ancestors, grandfather. I have to remember. It was grandfather fire and grandmother ice, or the other way around. I'm quite mixing it up at the moment. But these are the most ancient ancestors we have, most ancient and elemental ancestors we have. And this reminds me of that. I will link to the website of Christina Pratt underneath here in the description bar, so you can check her channel and her really big variety of podcasts she has for free there. And it's a really nice source of shamanic knowledge, modern shamanic knowledge there. So give it a try. So next, now we come to some very hairy big feet and legs. Look at that. Some serious shaving here has to happen. Okay, this is Jotunheim, where the giants are living. Yeah, they are representing the forces of nature, which are destructive, and it is also said that especially Thor is fighting against the giants. It's quite interesting, though. If you remember that Thor's mother was a giant, some issues there in his upbringing might be appropriate to get a bit deeper in maybe shadow work. I don't know. Yeah, the ruler of Jotunheim is Gimir. Klingt. And now I'm turning into German again. It sounds a bit like Gimli from The Lord of the Rings back into English. But Gymir is a very old giant. And it is also said that the giants are the oldest race of even older than the Asen, and they are keeper of ancient memories. Is also said. Yeah. But it is also said that the gods are learning a lot from the giants. Okay, and it's said here that the giants. Okay, it is also said here that the giant Mimir has sacred. Oh God, what does Brunnen mean? Well, no. Source. Okay, I will put it in here. He has a sacred Brunnen. Now you see the word. And these sacred waters are keeping every memory of every happening on all the worlds. And this Brunnen is found at the bottom, at the base, at the roots of the tree of life. So this is also something interesting here. And you can see this is actually Thor with his hammer. So now we have to go a bit quicker here. I'm really... Yeah, finally we have Helheim and Hel, the goddess, which is, like I told you before, the daughter of, I also know the word of cunning Loki. The cunning Loki, yeah. And Odin banished her there. It's not said why, actually, and I'm not so skilled in the mythology to know this, but this is also a good opportunity to learn more about it, so I will learn more about it in future. She's now the ruler of these, underground world. And Helheim, okay. It is also said that in Helheim there is a river flowing called Gjollfluss. This is a river which departs the realm of the dead and the living. And you can cross that river via the Gjoll Bridge, where men can enter the realm of the gods or the realm of hell. And it's also said that this bridge is guarded by a female giant called Modgud. And the ship you can see here on the picture is called Nagelfar. And it is said when this ship's raising his anchor, I don't know if you call this like that, raising his anchor, then there will be the start of the final battle between gods, giants, and demons. And Hel will fight on the side of the giants, actually, against the Asen, against the gods. So there you have the 9 worlds. The 9 Norse mythology worlds. And now we come to the runes actually here. So we have the runes here. This is the rune Fehu. This symbolizes richness. It symbolizes cattle and livestock basically. And back in those days, livestock was the main source of richness then. So, cause you have it for milk, like you see here, the little girl here, and you could have it for meat, and also you could use the working power of these animals. So it was a richness back in those days, and still is in some parts of the world. This is lovely. Doesn't he look? Oh, she. It's a she. Oh, sorry, girl. But you have a nice, you have nice hair. This looks gorgeous here. This looks like these Scottish cattle. We even have also some Scottish kettles here in the area around, and I really like these furry creatures. And this is the rune Urus or Urus, Uruz, um, Urus, the second rune, and this is for the for the first kind of cattle that ever lived. It is called here in German. It is called Urrind. the first cow, and this first cow has a name, and I try to get it, but don't be maybe I murdered it. Autumla. And this cow Autumla is playing an important role in the creative mythos and the creation mythos of the Edda, because she is nurturing the first giant, the first female giant Ymir. And it is also said that she licked the first man called Buri out of a block of salt. And Uri, the first Uri, is the first man. Uri is actually the father of Odin. So this is something I didn't know. Okay, this interesting stuff you can learn here. Another one. This is the rune Turisas. Okay, and this means basically thorn. This is a rune of the giants, and as you can see here, it's a rune of chaos, of destruction, of death, and bad happenings. It's also the rune of Loki. It's also said here, and but it's also the rune of Thor or of Thor, because he is responsible for thunderstorms and so with his hammer. So, and now we are coming to the rune Anzus. Look at this horse. I don't know if this horse would probably stumble over all his its many legs, because I can't figure out how a horse would. That's mythology. It's possible then. This is Anzus. This is the rune of the Asen, and it's closely related to Odin as a storm and a wind god, and it's also representing the wind itself and breath. And it's also said that this rune creates chaos in the cosmos. Okay, no, I try to get it. Okay, no, totally got it wrong. It creates the cosmos out of chaos. So, and it's a mighty rune, therefore. So, this is it. And now we're coming to. Come focus. I thought I had the perfect angle, camera position, whatever. Come. I will try to read it to you. This is the fifth rune, and it's called Raido. Raido. It's also called the wheel rune, like you see here. The R in the name Raido is related to Thor, who is the protector of farmers and the name actually Raido is closely related to the German word Rad, which means wheel. So it's also lovely. And it's also related to another word which is similar. We can call Rat for wheel, but Rat also means council. And so this is also related with, with, I have to see what, to council itself, to the thing, how it's called, or the ting. It is also called in Northern mythology, and still is called in Iceland, is also called like that. Why don't you? Now you want to focus. Okay, thank you very much. You're so kind. Yeah, so this is also so related to council itself. So it's interesting how one word can mean so different things. Okay, and it is also called that you can see here there is a hammer on the table. It is said that the free men back in those days put the hammer of Thor on the table, and the rune Rado to call upon the help of Thor for their counsel. So, yeah. So the next one. Oh, this will be so long. I hope you will stay with me, because I guess this is finding. Oh, now it's focusing. Lovely. This is Kenas, the fire rune or the torch rune. And this is related to Muspelheim and the realm of the giant Zod. Kenas resembles destruction, sickness, and despair, but also, on the other side, warmth and light and enlightenment. So this torch can bring light into the dark. Okay, and there is an old saying. I don't know if I can translate it into English. I will read it to you in German. Feuer ist das Beste der Erdgeborenen und der Sonnenschein. Fire is the best of the earthborn and the sun's shine. Sun, like the sun in the heaven. So here we have this. Look at this cutie here. This is the rune is called Gebo, the giving rune, and it's also related to a German word called Gabe, which is basically an offering. But you can see that there are some related language-related stuff here going on, and this means an exchange. This is kind of giving and offering, maybe also sacrifice, but it also shows the exchange of presence, of wisdom and knowledge and strength. And it says that giving and gifting was an important part in the mind of the old Germans back in those days. So it's also lovely. Look at this cheery guy. Yeah. If my camera wants to focus, please, I will read it to you. This is Vunjo. This is for, oh God, for joy and well-being. And there's another German word for it. Maybe this is related. Vunjo is maybe related to the German word Wonne, which could be translated into bliss, I guess so. But maybe it's also not so much translatable. But I don't know. Is there a word called translatable? I don't know. I just made it up. Hey. And it's also said that Wunjo is related to the word wish or Wunsch in German. And it's related also to the god Freyr. So, really cheery guy here. So here, look at that. Yeah. I really like these flowers. Maiglöckchen, it's called in German. And this rune is called Hagalas. And it's basically related to hail, like you see here. Okay. This is actually also a rune with opposite meanings. It could be meaning that rain and so on is nurturing and helpful and healing, but it could always also mean destruction, like thunderstorm and hail and yeah, basically that. And it's also, Hagelas is also called the mother rune and is related to Thor. Okay. It is also said it's one of the most important runes, because in this rune every other rune is is in there basically. So from this rune all the other runes are coming from. So I never started studying runes, but I eventually will now. Oh, look at these. No wonder my camera don't want to focus here. Look at these grumpy guys. This is the rune Naudis. An emergency rune, actually. It's for standing for fate, for force, and for despair also. But also for things that have to be done sometimes, where you can't go around them and you have to face them. Now come, focus, please. This is the terrible thing with automatic focuses on cameras. I just have to figure out. Thank you very much. You're so kind. So, but really, do we want to see these grumpy guys here and this despair woman in despair? I don't know. So it also, but what I said, this is sometimes things we have to face. We can't go around. We just have to go for it and fight, maybe fight back. And it's also a fate rune and stands in relation to the three Norns, or the three Nornen, the fate goddesses. So we come now to the rune of Isa, or Isa. If my camera just wants to focus. She really looks a bit like a mixture between the Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. It's kind of icy coffin. Oh, just please focus. So I will read to you. Now it's good. I will read to you that this is, so Isa is the ice rune, actually. And it symbolizes the power of the ice, the force of the ice. And it is related to Niflheim and the winter god Ulr, really difficult names. This rune symbolizes retreat. It symbolizes concentration. Really kind of, I try to find a word, aimful acting. And awareness also. It's also said here that the ice rune, let everything free. It freezes everything basically. It freezes everything. So in this kind of calmness and serenity, the nature can find new life force for the next season after the kind of winter hibernation she's making it sort of that. So this is the ice rune Isa. Oh, this is also gorgeous here. Look at that. This is Jera or Jera. Jera stands for the two half of the kind of in-between stage between the year, between the light and the dark side of the year, or dark half of the year. And it also stands for, I guess it stands for summer solstice as well as winter solstice. And what you can hear here underneath me is my now very active dog, who is quite bored and wants to play. Yeah, she's 14 years old, but she still wants to have her have a go. Oh, why don't this camera just focus? I don't know that. No, I just don't want to turn. Yeah. We will see. Maybe it will happen, maybe not. Maybe you can see it from there. No, Lily, not time to play. Ah, no, this is good. Yeah, so this is it's also called the year rune, the rune of the year. It symbolizes a good harvest and fertility, and it stands for sowing and harvesting, and the wheel of the year, basically. So what we can know here is this is good. This is the yew tree, and the rune here is the rune Ivas. And the yew actually is a tree that can grow old and can become 3,000 years old, actually. 3,000 years is one of the lifespans of a yew tree. So and this rune stands for traveling into the through the worlds, through the different kind of worlds, because the poison that the yew tree has in these berries here stands for, or it is said here that humans who consume this feel like traveling through other worlds. So I don't know if they used it. This is something I really have to search for or to look for, how the usage of poisonous plants or trees or so, how it worked back in those days. So this was Ivas. And now here, look at that. This looks very archaeological. Why just don't want this camera want to focus? So this is Petro or Pethro, how you want to call it. It's TH in the middle. This rune symbolizes a gate or also a cauldron, like you see here on the picture. And it's also called the stone rune, and is often quite mysterious. Lily, hello. I just want to film this video. Just stop it. No. This dog is very, very persisting. Yeah, so Pethro stands for force, for strength, for birth, and for wisdom, and for all the kind of universal now I'm lacking the word, Gesetze, the universal laws that even the gods have to keep. So this one. I wonder if my camera just want to come. Just focus one more. Come on. No, it doesn't want to focus. Just want to focus the background. Sometimes I really don't know how to get that. I have to search for maybe the manual. Maybe there's some kind of focusing thing I can do here with the camera. Ah, look at that. No, when I'm holding it that far away. Strange thing. Okay, now we're coming to the next one. This is a strange one here. Look at that. This rune is called Algis. It's also called the elk rune, because the rune itself looks a bit like a tree, and also the antlers of an elk or stag. It is connected to horned gods like Freyr, and when you put this rune upside down like this and draw a circle around it, it's the peace sign, actually. So quite interesting fact. I wasn't aware of that. So This rune stands for rebirth and also death. When it's but when it's in this position, it also means life and life force, and it's also a protecting rune. And when you put it upside down, stands for peace as well as for death. So this is also a rune that you can find on the rune you can also find on the clothes of the three Nornen, of the three Norns. I will search that because we will come to the gods in just a hopefully not so far away time. So we have here now this is also a lovely name. This rune is called Zovilo, the sun rune. This is standing for the sun itself and for life force itself. It played a central role in sun festivals, and is connected to the goddess Sol. Yeah, and there is in the Germanic tradition, there is a goddess actually that is the goddess symbolizes the sun symbolizes a goddess, how you want to put that, and this sun goddess is called Sol. And here said, I tried to translate it in the Edda, they're saying about the goddess Sol, sun, she is called to, no, sun, she is named by the humankind, and Sanna by the tribe of the gods. Yeah, this rune stands for victory and protection also. And yeah, sadly, this rune had also what can I tell? Played a sad and tragic and evil role in the during the period of the Third Reich, of the Dritte Reich, because this rune symbol was used by the SS. And like everything what Hitler and his people touched got polluted. Let's say it like this, polluted. They transformed ancient symbols into their evil meanings. I can't find another word for that. When you see the sign for this kind of wheel symbol on the flags and so, which you saw on during the Third Reich. This symbol is actually also much older. It's a sun symbol, but they mirrored it. It is, I guess it's a mirrored one, and it's a symbol from India and is still used there. And I really like the symbolism of it. But everything those men and those people back then touched got evilized, or I don't know if this word, I'm making up words constantly this in this video. Yeah, it's got poisoned, it got crippled and totally turned into a different thing, and this is something I can't stand, really. I really can't stand, and it's hard to reclaim these symbols back into the modern times, because I guess people can get quite sensitive about that at the moment. So I guess there will be a lot of time until some of the symbols can be used again without thinking about the bad thing that happened back in those days. So yeah, now you're coming to another rune I have to look at. Just closed the booklet. Yeah, now I have to search again. Well, now I have it. Yeah, look at that. That looks not so good. He's putting his hand in the mouth of this wolf. This is the rune Tivas, and it looks like an arrow, like you see here. Camera, still the old problem. New camera, old problem. Ah, this is good. Thank you, dear camera. So this looks like an arrow, and this is connected to the god Tyr. T, yeah. Yeah, Tyr. It's his name. It's the god of justice and also of war. And yeah, like I said, the rune is called Tivas, and yeah, what they say here is that the god Tyr got famous because he put his hand in the mouth of the Fenris wolf, so that it was possible that this Fenris wolf was captured and bound by the other gods. And yeah, and when he realized, as you can see the hands there, when he realized that he was betrayed, he bit off Tyr's hand. So yeah, it's most likely when you see it here. So another rune. This is the rune Berkana, and it's a female rune. It's spring-like rune. You can see the birch twigs there, and I guess the name also comes from that Birke, Berkana, Birke, birch. So this is also lovely, and it's symbolizing motherhood, like you see, and birth. So now we're coming to this gorgeous, gorgeous horse. Look at that, and these yeah, I don't know the word. It sounds like. This looks so gorgeous. Wow. So Evas is the horse rune, actually. And yeah, and it said here that horses have had special meanings back then and were holy animals. And now there is also the name of Odin's stallion he's riding. His name is Sleipnir. And they are also telling here that you could ride on horses into the world of the death. So yeah, and they are also telling that you found that there were a lot of buried horses with their owners back then in the Viking times. So yeah, here we have Manas, the human rune or the man rune. And this is a rune of partnership, and it is connected to the wise god Heimdall, and this is connected to wisdom and knowledge. Okay, and this is also interesting. Manas is standing for the first human couple called Ask and Embla, and okay, and they were created by Odin out of ashwood and lindenwood. This is lovely. So Embla means linden. This is also interesting, really interesting.